You're listening to another Woodshop podcast, the okayest podcast of its type. Your hosts are Daniel Dunlap of Daniel Dunlap Woodworks, Peter Kapar of Petrie's Workshop, and Braden Boakes of Littlebug Woodworking. You can find them as well as the podcast on your favorite social media channels.
Welcome to episode 272 of another Woodshop podcast. In case you're joining us for the first time, let me introduce you to the Rear Admirals of the Meh Army and the hosts of the show. Back in his photography days, he was disqualified from setting a world record for longest exposure for only bringing a trench coat. It's Daniel Dunlap. Best known for his work as microphone boom operator number 2 in Girls Gone Wild Omaha Spring Break, it's Braden Boakes. And lastly, collecting all the ambient air from all the maker events and mason jars and storing them in his basement in case one of those turned out to be the good old days. It's me, Peter Kapar.
Awkward.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened to us, but I don't like the way it
What's
felt.
up, everyone? Well, I looked up your facts from your Wikipedia pages.
Huh.
No?
Interesting.
Okay.
I think you're using Google different than we are.
Yeah,
like
you have
the rest of
Joke's
us.
on you. I'm on DuckDuckGo. Okay?
You have a different Wikipedia than the rest of the world.
Are you using Warkapedia?
It's Quackopedia. Oh, and it's Quack. Speaking of Quack,
You quack me up.
it's good. You know what else quacks me up?
Our patrons?
Names? Yeah, go.
Yeah. Hey, I forgot to see if we had any new patrons. Let me go check that real quick.
And we were just crushing it.
Also, you guys
We
didn't even
don't.
comment on the golf clap that I included for you guys. That's great.
Oh, I thought you were doing that in the microphone.
No, that's.
I thought you were doing it like below the desk.
that wasn't clapping.
That was under the desk news.
I thought you were clapping them cheeks. You know,
No, cheekless here today.
Well, here's something you can clap for. No new patrons. No new patrons. That's
I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of that one.
Well, let's talk about our VIP patrons because they're not new, but they're with us for the long haul.
Honestly, it's a bit of a show each week because the patrons have the funny names and stuff.
It's a bit of a show because this is a show.
Yeah, no, but I'm like, it's not something I'd skip re-listening back to it. I like hear it back and I go, Nick Vreeland, my favorite Nick. Right? Like it's something I enjoy.
Yes, I understand. I understand. All right, VIP patrons, get ready, buckle up. Wesley Miller.
Ooh.
He put a question mark on his name, so did that sound like a question?
That just sounded like general, like damn confusion.
Mike at DM Works, Jeremy Johnstone, Greg over at G&M Design Co., Scott Crabtree from Crabtree Creative, Dominic from The Crafty Sloth, Sean Renshaw from Native Woodworking, Nick over at NSM Woodcraft, Chris Lamoureux from Homefront Woodworks, Duffy Woodcraft is Alex the Mayor Duffy. Greg Bennett over at Windy Acres Works. Greg D'Ambrosio over at GTD Woodworks. Why did my voice go higher right there? I don't know. That was awkward.
I remember my first beer.
Dan's getting menopause.
Damon from BWG Woodworking. Jeremy Claybaugh from J. Claybaugh Woodworking. Put Drew Witt in timeout is Alex Adams from Type A Furniture.
Nice.
John Herbolsheimer from Living Lath Woodworks. Nick Patent Pending Vreeland over at NV Woodshop.
See, there you go.
Wait, hold on. NV Woodshop. He forgot a P on that.
He
Woodshop.
probably ran out of.
No, he didn't, because people can write a novel in that
Notice how there's no P.
space.
Keep it out of the pool too. Ha ha ha.
That shouldn't be that funny. Jared Lapuma over at LL Builds Woodworking. Tyler Booth from Temecula Yard Games. Henry Lutens from Manfreda Wood. Justin Frazier, Frazier Canyon Woodworks. Sarah with Rosie's Wood Shop. El Jefe over at Maker's Way. Victor from Wind Designs. Nick Brim for giveaways in 2026. Nick Brim Woodworking.
We're just giving away Nick Brim. I actually talked about this. A date with Nick Brim or Nick Brim for 24 hours or for a night.
Oh, yeah?
We might do that for charity.
Well, I can one-up you because Max and Alyssa for giveaways in 2026.
Whoa. Are we having an election?
I don't understand what they're trying to get at because it's not 2026 yet. I'm confused. Bill Burkle over at WTB Woodworking. Crafted with Machines and Love is Patrick Gensel. Ed Mancini from Mancini Woodworking. Chris at Chris Will Make. Jimmy at Trash Panda Woodworking. Justin Bailey from Campfire Woodworks.
Yeah.
Had a brain fart there. Yikes. John, the forever elder patron, Grub, over at Grub Will Make.
Eldest patron.
That's it. That's the list. End of list.
Wow.
I am done.
I wish that list got longer and funnier.
It could possibly get longer and possibly funnier. I don't know.
How do I do that, Dan?
You go to our Patreon page at iloveawp.com, or if you like to type, you go to patreon.com/Another Woodshop Podcast, and you can get signed up there. Little secret, iloveawp.com takes you to that longer link. You just saves you some typing.
Save money and just it imprints on you too. I love AWP.
Save money, you save gas mileage, you save electricity.
And in this economy, come on. The funny part, by the way,
You can't lose.
Now that you're a patron, to be funny in their, I don't know, like improv, local community college. Yeah, just or
That's
listeners
how I learned to be
podcast.
funny.
Generally funny stuff here.
Community college.
You guys are really selling it here. Really selling it.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
why don't you sell salesman boy person?
Person.
One of the benefits of joining our Patreon is that you get entered into our monthly giveaways. Dan committed us to one giveaway every single month for 2025.
We're on
have
month 11.
only just now begun to forgive him for that extra work. But the savings are coming back to you. This month, we are giving away a Rockler portable drill press machine.
Portable drill guide.
Yep, that's the thing. Basically, it lets you take your drill and make it into a portable drill press without the stand. So
True.
if you've ever thought, man, I really wish I could get the door of my truck into my drill press to put a hole through it so that I could get a little air ventilation in here, you can take the drill press to the car and do that. It's kind of like the laser pecker of drill presses.
You could change your tires with a drill press if you try hard enough.
I can milk my tires. Greg, can you drill press me? Anyway, all you gotta do is sign up for any of our paid tiers of Patreon. You get entered in to win. The higher up your tier is, all the way up to VIP, the more entries that you get into the giveaway. Some of you, I'm not even 100% certain, listen to the podcasts. I think that you're just there and you forgot about the credit card transactions. And these are the people, you guys are still winning. You're still entered. We had one guy that won something, and we reached out to get his address, and he was like, "Who were you guys?" I'm just kidding. Everybody knows us.
I'm just kidding. Maybe.
I'm just kidding. He did say you'll get my home address over my dead body, you stranger danger. I'm just kidding. That didn't happen either. Everybody loves us to our faces. Anyway, go sign up for our Patreon. You get benefits. Bennies, as the children call them. If you want extra entries, you can also go to arethechairs.included.com, which will take you to our St. Jude's team page. Every $5 you donate gets you one additional entry. You don't have to be a patron to do that. If you're just here enjoying life with us, you can go and donate $5 and get entered in to win the portable drill press laser system.
Nope.
I love making it as hard as possible for people to know what the heck they're trying to win.
Guide him a jig.
Portable drill press guide.
There we go.
Or no, drill guide. There's no press. There's no press.
You're the press.
You are the
your
press.
arm is the press.
Spring loaded.
I think that's actually accurate.
Actually, right now it's fall loaded.
Pete.
Okay.
Because it's autumn. I also want to just, before I get to our sponsors, guys, we have a Patreon call. Our Patreon call is this Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. Figure out the rest, everyone. It is sometime around brunch time for Australia, because we even have some of our listeners, Steve, right? Steven joined us last time.
Steven from Recycled Wood Things.
Yes, thank you.
And he joined on purpose, just to be super clear.
He didn't like butt dial us. Imagine. So we're excited to see you guys in that. And of course, we're still going to do our fourth quarter one. If anyone's like, hey, Peter, we're in fourth quarter, shut up. You're getting two in the fourth quarter then. So we're excited to see you guys this weekend. It's going to be a fun 1 hour, aka 2 hour phone call. Bring your favorite beverage and a positive attitude, and just come hang out with us. It's going to be great. Aside from that, I want to give a huge shout out to our different kind of patrons. They're the sponsors. They are companies that look at us and go, what's the worst that could happen? And they're our sponsors now. They took a chance on us, and so far, somehow, they're not disappointed. One of them being, and again, somehow they're not disappointed, Gorilla Glue. Guys, Gorilla Glue is a classic. We've been using it for years, a century, half a century for Dan. Decades for Braden and myself. I mean, I used this stuff back in school, and we use it to this day. They just released, some people don't know, they have a whole lineup of wood glues, specific wood glues. Now, obviously, the classic, the El Clasico Original, that one, it still works on glue. Dan, I think you used it for a bunch of years as your like primary glue up, right?
I did.
Yeah. So
I do.
Yeah, so we all have it in the shop. We all use it. I use their spray adhesive all the time. I just use it to clean up some Formica that I ran out of contact cement when I was doing Formica, and it didn't stick that well. So I just lifted it up, little spray adhesive. It's as good as new, as good as with contact cement. So definitely worth checking out. We went over like the craft glues, and they have a lot of different things: sealants, construction adhesives, epoxies. Like they've got like the 5 or 10 minute epoxies, and their wood glues. They just released the ultimates, and they're starting to. I noticed put the ultimate into other things. So when I was getting a spray adhesive, I had like analysis paralysis, where I was holding the regular spray adhesive that I've been buying for like 5-10 years, and the ultimate, and I'm like, what? It's already good. What's gooder about it? So I was trying to figure that out.
It's not gooder. It's ultimate.
It's ultimater. But it's definitely worth checking out. Make sure to go grab their stuff and use code AWP for the exact same amount, but we will know you thought of us, and that is the best. Love yous. And the other sponsors who are also not disappointed with us. If anything, they're encouraging this right now. It is Onefinity. The good folks over at Onefinity make amazing machines made right here in the Canada of A. See, you guys thought I was going to say US of A. But they are awesome machines. We all have one. Dan has two because he has to be a show off and a one-up man. But they make reliable machines. And today I want to shout out not the elite stuff, not the red line stuff. I want to shout out the everyday woodworker machines, the hobbyist machines, the original machinist that, kind of was marketed as like, hey, this is like the for the metal workers. It's stiff. It doesn't have a lot of deflection. So it's great. But if you have a small shop, you're doing this as a hobby, you're looking to just get into it, and you're looking to maybe upgrade later down the line, the machinist or the original woodworker are all great options for you. The 16 by 16 and 24. Actually, no, the woodworker is 32 by 32.
Yeah.
Right?
The original woodworker is my workhorse. It does probably 80% of all of the CNC and I do.
And the best part is it comes in original and especial, meaning pro, the pro series as well. So it's got the beefier gantries. It's basically what your elite and pro machines are built on. But any one of these, even at its lowest level, it's only good, better, best. There is no bad version of this machine. So if you're, looking to get into it, you see all these big guys running these big machines, but you only have space for something smaller, and you want to do some projects on the side or for yourself or family or get the business started, highly recommend, jumping into the original woodworker or the pro or the machinist. But if you are looking to jump in all the way, try to grab one of these Redline Elites. They're awesome. I got one now. It's amazing. They're currently sold out. They literally released a new big batch, and it's sold out within hours. So keep an eye on their site. Subscribe to their website for the newsletter, and when it drops, you'll be able to pick one of those up. And trust me, you will not be disappointed. Boom.
Forgot to mention something.
Use code. No, don't use code AWP. Use the link in our show notes to get a discount. I forget exactly what it is.
If you are listening to this episode when we release it, not in the future, this is Onefinity's launch week. This is when they launch a lot of their new products. So buckle up, kids.
Is it this week or
Buckle up for
Black
safety.
Friday?
Black
Well,
Friday.
there's
Yeah, next week. That's what I said. Next week.
yeah, they are. And if it's anything even close to like what it was last year, you guys are going to be blown away, because last year they literally they set a new benchmark for the whole industry. So worth checking out. Anyways, use the code or the link in the description for a discount, and passing the savings on you. Boom, 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 boom. Hi guys. How about some?
Good news, everyone!
Whoa, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I did. You got.
Could have gave me a heads up.
I have never heard you launch YouTube so fast.
Did you hear that?
The click was louder than your audio. There was like, let me see who launched a video this week. Do you guys have any nudes? Nudes? Do you guys have any nudes?
Oh, I got those, but they're not free. I'm not seeing any news.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any. I just kind of dropped that in there. I don't know if we have any big news dropping.
I'm sure there is. Is there anything in the Discord? We should have like.
It's like we should have done our research.
Somebody should have said something about this,
right? I feel like it just got dropped in my lap.
I should have mentioned it in the pre-show. I was just
I don't know what's happening
giggling.
right now.
Dan, I joined your. Well, I guess this is on a what's on the bench, but I jumped on the bandwagon. I got the ultrasonic cleaner, and the hype is real. It cleans the bits real nice.
Oh yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
I don't like the way it sounds.
Oh, it's awful. It's ear piercing.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it is hypersonic. So
ultra
sonic, hypersonic.
It's ultimate,
it goes
as Braden would say
faster
it.
than the speed of sound or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, the sound is awful, but it does a wonderful job. It's great.
I have two pieces of news. They're not videos. Technically, I don't know if they'd qualify as news, or I'm looking to engage in some podcast beef. In two directions.
Who are we taking down?
Oh gosh.
Two. We have to attack two fronts.
Okay, I'm down. I'm bored. Let's go.
I'll go to the left.
First off, what you making with Alex Duffy and Alex Adams?
That's still going.
Wow.
They do a news segment, much like us. And do you know what audio they stole to announce their
Is it
news segment?
What's good news, everyone?
Yeah, it's our audio that we
technically
totally
it's not our
license.
audio.
You guys are failing at starting beef.
Oh, right. How dare they?
They're both VIP patrons. They know where the audio is, and there's so many other news audios that they could. Anything from Anchorman would have been phenomenal.
We have a trademark on that.
But instead, they stole. They're trying to ride our thunder.
We have an which one would it be? We have an application patent because we apply it to
We have
this
a patent
podcast.
pending application
No application.
for an application.
We have an application for a patent. We don't know which one, but it's for applications.
We have the concept of an application.
We submitted it with the App Store last week.
So we
It'll
have
go
that.
through any decade now.
And then we also have the Talk Hard podcast.
Never heard of it.
It's new. And so I think
is that with John Wick and John Wicks and
yep, it has
somebody?
Streamlined Woodshop, Temecula
Streamlined
Yard
Woodshop.
Games, and Wicks Woodworks.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
those guys, good people.
Again, a patron to Tyler Booth over at Temecula Yard Games. They apparently tried to start beef with us
Oh,
in one of their episodes. I don't know. It was so
Oh.
adorable that I didn't catch all of it.
I need
that's cute.
to know.
But
a
then
little bit.
they tagged us in like a reel about it. I think they were trying to cause some beef, but it was like a cute puppy coming up and like trying to like tug at the cuffs of your
If
pants.
anyone's starting beef,
and
you're
it
starting beef.
gets
Right
scared and it pees in front of you.
Wait. So did they tag the podcast or
They
tagged-
did, and this was like 2 weeks ago. I'm trying to
Oh,
find where it
cute.
happened.
I know what I'm binging.
Maybe that's why when you Google Another Woodshop podcast, it wants to autofill controversy.
No, that's been around since before I
That
actually
was
came
really
on.
funny, actually. When I found that, we were googling the Another Woodshop podcast, as we do because we're vain. And the second suggestion on Google was Another Woodshop podcast conspiracy. Controversy, not conspiracy, which would have been even better, honestly.
Fun fact: we didn't really land on the moon as a podcast.
It was cheaper to
did
build the set.
individually, though.
No. It was cheaper to fly to the moon than to build the set. So silly. It's news, but it's news that I can't really comment on because we always stay away from this topic. Doesn't matter where you land on a political spectrum, the big, beautiful bill act, whatever, is getting enacted. There's a lot of tax penalties and breaks for both individuals and small businesses. If you have a small business and you have a CPA, I highly recommend, if they haven't reached out to you yet, reach out to them and be like, is anyone passing a savings on to me or what? Like, so, because my accountant actually sent out a little thing that just goes over some of the big changes and how you can take advantage and things you have to look out for when you're filing this year. So some stuff changes. It's more like actual real world news, but it might be worth checking out if you have a small business.
That's why I have a CPA, and I'll assume that he will tell me all the things.
You guys are making it way too hard. If you just make it so your business makes zero money at all, these things don't matter.
Break even.
There's a goal.
Oh,
No, that's a good point. Also, just everybody a reminder, the $1,200 insulation federal tax credit expires at December 31st. So
okay.
find your local insulator.
Do you travel, Braden,
I've been known to travel.
for spray foam?
No. If you're within 3 hours radius of Omaha, Nebraska, sure, hit me up.
3 hours. That's a lot of traveling for spray.
I don't have to do the traveling. I just make Sutton do it
Oh,
with love.
with love.
And
that's a lie. I feel like you're in a car all the time.
I am in the car. All
He's
the time.
not in the car. He's in the G-Ruck.
I'm
okay.
okay. So that is.
Druck.
I'll I'll talk about that on my bench, but I'm in the G-Ruck is no longer in my driveway.
Oh yeah, he almost made me cry.
I did. It was a lot of fun. But again,
Yeah,
on the bench.
yeah. I was super upset for a moment.
Did you
Pete,
buy a
push it.
Tesla again?
Pete, push the button.
The bench? I had more news.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, then do your
Oh.
news. We're gonna circle back to me making Dan cry. This
Okay.
this at 9.
This is more personal
I
news.
nearly cried.
So we talked about we pre-gamed this one, and then it happened, and then we didn't really react to it. But I will say, Life of a Showgirl snuck up on me like the last album. I was like, it's all kind of mid. It's 6 with no 7. Am I right? And then you know what? Ophelia, and then actually Romantic. That great songs really snuck up on me. They're bops. So I'm assuming you guys feel the same, right? Yep.
I actually really like Opalite. I can't.
Oh,
believe I just
Opalite.
said
That's
that.
Sorry, Opalite is what I meant. Yeah.
I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Opalite's it's good. It's good. Anyways, back to woodworking news.
I can't believe I know what you're talking about, and I just said that.
Oh, I will also shout this out. This isn't really news, but just a fair warning. This is actually real. I'm not being silly. As you guys are shopping over the next couple of months, especially over the next 2 weeks, please, if you're buying a tool or something, make sure you go on one of those sites that tells you the historic price of the item. There's a couple out there like that.
What's
you put
camel,
in an
camel?
One of those. There's a bunch on there.
Yeah.
You basically put in an Amazon link for an item, and it'll show you if they spiked the price and the sale price is actually more than usual. Happens a lot. Just saying, Onefinity would never do that to you, but there's plenty of stuff on Amazon that will, and worth making sure you're not getting screwed. Just a helpful hint here.
Yeah, camel.com is one of those.
Yep.
Buy. Sell. Camel.
Oh, Jim Cramer. All right. Should we? I guess we'll do the bench now. Right?
I sent you a little texty text. Just there is some news that maybe we cover, maybe we don't. But
I say no. I don't know enough.
Festool Live is dead.
Okay.
Festool Live is no longer happening. Apparently, they did a restructuring, and a bunch of staff got laid off, and Festool Live is no longer around. So,
and Sedge, Sedge is a free agent. So
yeah, which is
Are we looking for a fourth host or?
Yeah, well, they got their podcast still, but yeah, no, it's not even that. Just like Festool Live, like D was involved with it too. Big D Clemens, and I don't know, it's something that like I put on once in a while because I just love the energy and stuff, and I'm gonna miss seeing it. And it's also like this is how scary all this current like market is. That like Festool is laying people off.
And this is the one example that we have, but I mean that layoffs are happening like everywhere.
Yeah. So. But I hate to see it. But all right. Well, that's the news.
I'm getting laid off tomorrow. I didn't want to tell you guys.
About time. Productivity
no.
Drop from -5 to 0.
Dan, that's not laid off. That's laid out, and that's Kayla just sucker punching you.
No, I'm just gonna take a midday nap.
Oh, so that's a lay down.
At your age, that's a sabbatical. All right, let's jump on a bench.
What's on my bench?
Braden, go, because you were just ready to tell me why you made Dan cry.
I was gonna say I completely forgot what we were talking about.
You made Dan cry for some reason.
So here's the thing. Let me paint you a word picture.
Sorry, that was an unintentional sexy sound.
Oh, hit me with it again. There it is. Oh, go ahead and cuddle on up. Get yourself a weighted blanket.
No. That was a mistake. Please.
I'm gonna tell you a story about Dan and Braden. Nope, that's weird. That's the line. So here's the thing. The Druck is not in my driveway. It's in a different Druckcation.
Bruh.
Yeah. And so I have a loaner. Okay, so just cutting to the end of the story. The Druck is getting some warranty work done for some corrosion stuff. And it's very typical with Jeeps and the Gladiators. They switched to a bunch of aluminum body panels, and so there's a lot of aluminum on steel. And if you're a science nerd, which I'm not,
if you're a car guy,
that's no bueno. So they have been corroding, and so you end up having to completely replace all the doors and the hood, and sometimes the tailgate in the Druck.
Why do they have to replace your doors? They're never on your Druck anyways. They're in the garage.
Because the hinges are steel, but the doors are aluminum, and science happens.
Well, luckily you won't have to replace your window switches for going up and down because those are on the dash.
Those are in the middle. Yeah. So, but anyway,
dumb place for those.
I dropped the Druck off for some warranty work, and because it is a several week thing. Like they've got to get new doors, new hood, take all the stuff off my old stuff, put it on the new stuff. It's all got to get painted Gecko Green, but blended to my current version of Gecko Green, not new Gecko Green. Nah,
They just have different cans with years of fade.
pretty much. I assume that's what they're doing.
This guy's a 3, but he looks like a 5.
Yeah. You look great for 7 years.
That would be great for wood finish, right? You just like you choose
Aged.
the wood and the age, and you got like 2 drops of this, 5 drops of that, and you get the perfect mix like Home Depot.
So I'm in a loaner vehicle for the foreseeable future, and I obviously drive for work, and I need a truck bed. I actually need a truck bed because I haul stuff around. And so they told me that they would have a truck ready for me, and I don't know how to read a calendar. So I ended up on Monday at the dealership, and it was on Tuesday. And so they only had one truck available. And so I pick up the truck. I'm driving around. I've got a bid out by Dan's area. And so I drive by Dan's house. Hey, Dan, you home? Open up the garage. And Dan walks out, and I haven't told him I'm picking up a loaner. I just told him I got rid of the Jeep. And he sees a glorious white Ram 2500 turbo diesel.
Shit.
Glorious as all can be. Basically, it's the Ram version of what Dan's old 3/4 ton was. I might say bigger. Some might say taller.
Yeah, I think I have the audio clip for when he saw that. Let me see if I have it here. There it is. Yeah, Dan finds out Jeep is gone.
And so I tell Dan, hey, I went in for an oil change. I got a great deal. This is my new truck. And I thought Dan was going to cry. And he almost did.
I felt disrespected.
Dan, what were your thoughts in that moment?
Kayla!
No, you guys all gave me crap for having a big truck that I didn't need or have any use for or whatever. And then Braden went and got one. I was like, the hypocrisy.
I can't wait to get a truck one day and just rub it in.
I would like to point out, just in connection to your truck I don't need, I hauled a trailer 3 out of 5 days the week prior. So
yeah.
What's your point? I don't get it.
And then the body panels fell off. Jeep couldn't handle it. You know what? I feel like, because Dan's very good at committing to a bit, like a joke, and I feel like the whole truck thing has become a bit to like where he really doesn't care. Like he just wants a truck and drive around, but like at this point he has to put on a brave face and be mad.
He has to emotionally eat mayonnaise to deal with the pain.
No, my mayo ramyun.
But no, honestly, I could see the hurt in his eye, and so I immediately told him it's a loaner. I saw the truck. I felt really bad.
Don't cry.
No, please don't cry. You don't cry on the cast iron. But other than that, obviously that was a ton of fun. Dan,
I was deeply hurt. I really was.
Dan, don't worry. Today I went back and said, this is too much truck. I don't need this. I'm secure in my masculinity. Do you have a 1500 around I could take? And
I am not secure in my masculinity. I will blatantly say it. I need a bigger
Dan, you
truck.
weren't happy for your friend?
No, not. Pissed off.
It was a lot of fun. Although the truck that they put me in now is a brand new truck, like an actual brand new truck, not one that they own. And they're like, hey, don't go over 2,000 miles. And I was like, I drive for work. I've said this like 18 times. What do you want me to do? They're like,
drop it off tomorrow.
Don't drive to Kansas City. Don't leave the major metropolitan area. I'm like, do you have handcuffs? You want to just shackle me here? I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly.
Ridiculous. Also, I like how this Jeep dealership just has like a bunch of trucks laying around.
It's a Woodhouse, isn't it? It's like the biggest
it's a
truck
Woodhouse
dealer.
Yeah, it's a Jeep Ram
like
Dodge dealership.
Yeah.
It's like a bussies of trucks. Like
yeah, it is. It really is.
Bussies.
It really is.
No, it's essentially the Dodge dealership.
Oh, okay. Because it's Chrysler
which is
Jeep
on
Dodge, right? It's all one.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
Stellantis. So, and it's on like like car dealership alley. Like there's a Ford dealership and a Chevy dealership and
a one
there's
mattress
a car,
firm.
there's a CarMax, and then there's like 13 separate car washes because launder money where you can.
Cornhuskers.
Did I ever tell you guys that I finally broke down and bought a membership to a car wash, and that was probably one of the greatest things I've done.
I was gonna say, you just now did that. I love mine.
Did a
Casey's has
Cornhusker?
one.
I
Casey's has a membership.
I refused to do that. I'm like, this is the dumbest thing of all the subscriptions. I would never do that. And then I got to thinking, it's actually a pretty good idea. We should probably do that.
I think that's really ironic considering the things I sometimes see you spending money on, that's where the line was. I did the math. If you get two car washes a month,
I go 3 times a week.
What?
I'm
I feel
getting
like at that point,
that's
no
wonder. My money's worth, bro.
Wearing your paint out.
No wonder Kayla is always mad at your finances. You intentionally make emotion.
I'm going 3 times a week now. After I got the membership.
Fine.
Yeah, but
it's unlimited. I'm getting my money's worth.
Well, it's you got the Casey's one, right?
No, I got whatever one's over on.
Is it a touch car wash or is it a touchless?
Oh, touch. I need touch.
No. Yes. You're literally going to erase that truck's paint. And you have a black truck. You're going to see all of those cracks. It's not
black. It's dark ash gray is what it's called from the factory. Dark
okay.
Gray.
Space gray.
Point still stands.
It's a dark
I can't believe that you talk about Casey's Pizza, but you didn't get the Casey's car wash deal.
No, there's a better car wash I like.
No, you're wrong here.
I told you guys about the Casey's Pizza hack, right?
What's the Casey's Pizza
hack?
I
know.
You get the pie and you just drop it upside down on the ground and then pick it up so that all the oil goes into the cardboard.
No.
Great.
No. Blasphemy. Don't like that. Straight to jail.
In terms of actual woodworking, Dan and I had a craft fair last weekend.
Yeah, we're doing What's on the Bench. I forgot.
Tell me how your crap fair went.
This was upsetting.
Not as good as the week before.
You were telling me a lot of stuff about it, and I was getting upset for you.
So this is Dan and I's this is our big one.
Mm-hmm.
It just gets they get 2,000 or 3,000 people that come through it. It's a big one. It's at a affluent high school, which kind of actually plays into why we were not so pleased this year. We get there morning of, and it's rainy, it's cold, it's kind of a bummer day, which is never great for craft fairs, but it's going to be okay because this just always works out for us. We get there, and it turns out the school had raised money to do a $6 million sports complex renovation on the school. And they were supposed to start all of this construction the next week. So this week. They went a week early. This is the only time in construction that I've ever seen anything go early, not get delayed. And so we get there. They have blocked off half of the parking lot for the big double wide trailers that they drop off for construction sites. They've fenced off another third of the parking lot. And so there's nowhere to park. There's no, you can only get in through one door, and the other door that we would normally go through was blocked off. They say that we still got a decent number of people, pretty close to what we had last year, but people were not buying. And I think that, the economy, but also I think it was just a blind rage at having to walk through a construction site to get to this craft fair. Dan and I still did pretty good.
We did okay, but not as good as we were hoping.
No, nowhere near as good as we were hoping. We did have somebody come up. One of the organizers came up and actually specifically thanked Dan and I for always signing up for our location. And we have music, we do demos, we're out there, we're working the crowd. Specifically came up and thanked us for doing all of that, because she's like, you make this section of the craft fair. It's popping because of you guys. So We start fires inside and get thanked for it. Eat your heart out, Alex Duffy.
Take that.
But
we also play family-friendly music. Or I should say Braden plays it because I've requested NWA so many times and he keeps telling me no.
I'll play Bluey. I play K-Pop Demon Hunters. I play the Disney hits. And then we hit a point where we play. Oh yeah, every day starts off with the DuckTales theme. DuckTales. Oh, woo!
I gotta say that's why December craft fairs are so easy with audio because you just play Christmas music.
No,
and
I
you're
refuse.
We don't play any Christmas music.
I cannot stand Christmas music. Okay, I can't stand Christmas music. I can't stand Christmas. I can't stand holidays outside of Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Call me whatever names you want. Everything about holidays stresses me out. I don't want to do any of it. If I want to eat that type of food, I can just do it anytime. I'm an adult. I can just have holiday food.
I'm grinding my teeth.
You can
right
buy cranberries and stovetop stuffing literally any day of the year. It's always there. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, but that's Thanksgiving. That's not Christmas.
That's a lie.
You're confusing holidays here.
You can buy.
Yeah, I know you can buy it all year round. I have stuffing all year round. Stuffing's great.
You can't buy a Christmas goose any month other than December.
Dan, I want to see a picture of you buying a Christmas goose anytime.
Where are you guys finding gooses? Geeses?
Canada gooses.
Geises.
You guys are getting geeses.
But
we have a Christmas goose every Christmas.
I've never. No, we have a Christmas ham
goose.
Because that's what I never had growing up. So that's what I'm doing now. By the way,
democracy
ham on a smoker. Oh.
No, I kid. We usually do a prime rib for Christmas. Not this year. No way.
Not in this economy.
No, dude.
Honestly, seriously, beef is so freaking expensive.
It's insane.
Right
I've been trying to cook a brisket for months. They're all over $100 for.
Yeah, the same size of prime rib that we usually do. We'll usually do like an 8 or a 10 pounder.
Yeah, but didn't you guys?
They're like $100, maybe 125.
Buy a couple
like
of
$250 right now.
Get a couple of New York strips. They're like $10-12 a pop per pound. So
I think you guys are messing up. Haven't you looked at Walmart? Didn't you see the Walmart Thanksgiving is 25% less than it was last year, as long as you're okay with only half the food and
it's less items and it's all off-brand stuff.
And let's not forget, for a while there, a couple months ago, they had radioactive food.
Oh yeah, they had
that was the shrimp.
Yeah.
It was just the shrimp. It's fine.
Yeah, no. The beef.
I told you we shouldn't went fishing in Chernobyl.
Yeah, the beef is coming from Argentina and has hand, hoof, and mouth disease.
Well, actually, random question, totally on this topic, but off topic for woodworking. Do your stores locally to you guys have like a hit a threshold, get a free turkey or ham or whatever? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Usually, it's like buy a ham.
Yeah, we have a shop that does that, and we're close to hitting it. I'll talk about ours. What's up on a bench because it involves that as well. But
okay,
yeah, ours isn't a number. Ours is like if you buy one of these hams, you get a turkey.
Oh,
or at least that's what Hy-Vee is.
If you hit $400 between, I think it's beginning of October through Thanksgiving, you have 2 months to hit it, which easy. You would get a.
That's insane. Ours will let us just buy a $40 ham and here's a turkey. Like, well, listen, knock it all out.
You're in a breadbasket of America.
Not this year.
We're on the outskirts.
Not this year.
There's no state that has more turkeys than Nebraska. That's fact.
And a good percentage of them jive. Kids don't know. Yeah. Sorry,
right.
Sarah.
Yeah, that was a great episode. See you guys later. I have wild turkeys in my old neighborhood. We used to see like a roving gang of turkeys.
We have turkey vultures out here, they're way scarier.
Different.
Braden, fun fact. I don't know if you knew this or not.
This is a fun fact.
That's what you actually call a pack of turkeys. They're literally called a gang. You know how you call a crow?
Is it really?
Crows, a murder of crows? Yeah, they're
I know. I was being correct.
Oh, they meant like a street gang.
They're also a street gang. They fly colors, but it is a group and / gang of turkeys.
Sorry, I just had to throw that
No,
in there.
it's good.
But yeah.
I didn't know. Thank you, Dan.
The craft fair was the big woodworking thing. We've got one more. Not this week. This is our off week. It's a bye week. But next week we have one.
Are you still making stuff like to have?
Absolutely not. Wait, hold on.
Dan hesitant. Yes, you absolutely not. Okay, so no. Just say no. It's fine.
Dan is making cutting boards. Every single time I tell Dan no more cutting boards, he's like, "You're not my dad," and then he makes 18 more cutting boards.
Hear me out. Well, I don't know about like you guys with your fairs, but like for me, cutting boards do pretty well. Like it's a good like filler, and I have them anywhere from like $15
Braden doesn't like them
to
because
like to something.
they're heavy.
They're so heavy. They're dense.
That's
like
why-
a fiber-filled turd.
That's why Daddy Dan bought a big boy cart.
For the first, the first time ever.
Like, so last year I had a pretty lean fair, and with three cutting board sales, I made $750.
Wait, what?
At a
Well,
craft
they're
fair?
big end grains, so they were like 2 and change.
I
All of them.
hate this conversation. I hate
But
everything
up
that's
until
about to
that
happen.
point, I was like, oh, I only made like whatever, $600-$500 or something, and then I made that with 3 boards. Maybe
Dan,
more. I may
that
be
reminds me,
exaggerating, but
Braden
they're
let
all
me
200 plus for each.
Braden let
Dan-
me price the cutting boards.
I
last
about
week.
shit my pants. Okay, so I let Dan price things because Dan has a way of making things move, mostly through poor financial decisions. But I have come to find I tend to have a hard time letting go and pricing at craft fair pricing. I price retail custom work pricing. Dan he's swinging the scythe of death to us carrying stuff back. You know how we had that big long conversation I think last week about how to price inlay end grain cutting boards?
Yeah.
You know how you said that we should go up in price?
Yeah.
Dan priced one for $90.
No.
It still didn't sell.
It still didn't freaking sell.
So let me tell you this. The 3 cutting boards that I sold last year that were end grain, I made them in like 2023 or 2022. And they've been traveling in those totes for years. And I had like a whole bunch. There was like probably 10 of them. And then those last 3 just never sold. They were all like 198, 180. Like I was trying to do the 1999 thing, right? The second I put them over 200, like that. Rapid fire. It's I don't know.
That's kind of like that one giant walnut butcher block board that I've carried. It's basically become the base of the tote, so that it was structural at that point. Last week we had a guy that looked at all of our boards. He's like, "Do you have one bigger?" And I was like, and we were like, "No, these are huge." Wait, yes.
Go on.
Braden even had to refinish it right.
I re-waxed it. I rebuffed it.
It was looking a little rough. The guy still bought it.
Oh yeah, I waxed it in front of him, ladies.
Wax
also,
that
I always think that here's the thing: the 730, the DeWalt 735, 13-inch maxed out, is a perfect width for any board because on its side, if you have all the boards stacked sideways, you can still close the big black and yellow tote.
Black and yellow.
That's
black and yellow.
really smart because I definitely don't do that math, and I've got to do some arranging.
No, it's just something I noticed over the years that like, oh, they actually fit sideways, like it's still stacked.
Yeah,
up.
so
Yeah.
if you do it Pete's way, you could fit more boards into your totes, Braden.
I hate everything that's happening.
Because also, like, you can't lay them all out on a table. If I'm bringing 50 boards this time. I'm not going to fit them all there.
Not with that attitude.
Well, a lot of them are smaller, but like if they're sideways, you can kind of like pick them out.
We call them micro boards.
How big are the booths that you like when you get a booth? What do you go for size wise?
Let's just say they're 8
I
inches.
go for long.
Like
and
on
not
paper,
wide.
they're 10-foot booths, but like 10 feet. Like they're like 12 feet. You can kind of like spread out a little bit, put some stuff behind us. Like it's not bad. And if I get a corner, if I get a corner this year again.
Oh, you do that wrap? You do that wrap?
Oh, I tried to. We are in like a gang war. I'm sorry. I'm stealing. You know what? I feel like I'm
Pack of
stealing
turkeys.
your I'm stealing your what's on a bench, but I'll be quick.
No. Keep. I'm
We're
enjoying this. Go ahead.
In the nicest, most polite gang war with the cocoa bomb ladies. They make cocoa bombs. They're the
Ooh.
sweet. It's this lady and her mom.
What if
They're
you get
sweet
into such a
little-
war that they start throwing those things at you?
No, like they share. Like I'll give. They also
And then you could throw a cutting board
She
at
has a
them.
daughter, the sweetest little girl named Emma.
Oh.
And so we give her free ornaments and stuff. We've given them a cutting board. They've given us chocolate and like chocolate covered pretzels and cocoa bombs and whatever. The nicest, like it's like we're trying to outdo a neighbor. You're like, hey neighbor, I cut your grass because it was a little high. They're like, hey, I cleaned your gutters, that type of thing. So that's what we do. But we keep switching spots, and depending on who fills out the form first, gets spot 1 or 2. And we just keep going back and forth every year. And it's always like a polite, like, I got your spot.
Eat butt. So Dan and I had a similar situation for that new one that we got into this year. I went to the organizer and I was like, I will prepay for spring and fall next year if I can get the spot that I want. I told him I'll pay.
That's a good way to do it.
Give it to me. And I think it worked.
I'm still blown away. Last year, Alex Duffy showed us a photo of like the fair that he did when we had him on the episode, and it was a double end cap. So it was 2 walls and a double front for like the whole aisle.
And he goes 2 levels up.
It goes high, and then the tables were filled. No wonder he's making bank. He's literally like he's the biggest vendor there. So respect. You got to respect the guy.
Respect the hustle.
I think we have a problem with cutting boards because, especially like at this craft fair, and here's the thing. I have a problem. As long as it's less than like $150, I'll buy the biggest booth I can for $150. And usually that gets us into like the 20 to 25 feet length.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Dan and I have a problem. So we do not have to worry about we can't fit all our stuff out. We make it work. And our craft fair, like for this school, we're in a primo position. It's a non-standard one. And so we technically get like 3 booths worth of space, and we have a walkway. So we can actually we're like 2 end spots. So we've got sides here, and then we have like what we call cutting board alley, which is just where we stick all the cutting boards and don't talk about them. So that might be why we never sell cutting boards. But when you're hawking whiskey smokers faster than you can light fires inside schools, I don't care about anything else. Like, I think that we should we make a couple cutting boards, so they're there. I'm not making anything that's not whiskey smokers going forward.
I make cutting boards not to sell them, but to appease my creative need or my drive. Like, I find
your glue sponsorships.
I find joy in making cutting boards and charcuterie boards and what have you.
Cutting boards not real woodworking.
I don't give 2 craps what other woodworkers say. I find joy in making them, and that's all I care about. Honestly,
just a reminder to everybody: it is CBAM.
Yeah, it is Cutting Board Awareness Month. Hey, there's what's on the news bench.
What's on the news bench?
I was real excited. I had a new design I was cutting out.
A nude design?
Wow.
A new design.
Is it like just maple? Oh, okay.
It's a good thing you've got the sauce done. Oh, got it.
Design that I was cutting out, and I showed this to Stone. When my CNC, and it happens to both of them, and he says it's in the G code. Can you guys hear the train outside?
It's in the Matrix.
No. Okay.
It's in your brain, Dan.
I can't remember what he said, but when either of my CNCs cut small circles, like pockets, it does this like shift. It goes. So
what's it go like?
It's really weird, and
I love how this is the first we're hearing of it. We're best friends with the Onefinity company people. Like,
no, I showed it to Stone. I showed it to Stone in person, and he was baffled.
And we're like,
oh,
what?
So months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the first maker camp.
I should actually record it and show you guys.
Yeah,
I don't
you
want
should
to put anybody. I don't want to put anybody on blast. I wouldn't put it on the internet because I don't think it's a machine fault. I think it's something to do with the code.
I don't know. I just put Laguna on blast.
But anyways, I had this new design. I was really proud of it, and it took some circular pockets. Wow, I just had a weird hiccup. It took some circular pockets, but it did that little jiggle thing, and it ruined the whole board. And I was like super bummed, so I had to cut it up and turn it into an insert.
Is that no? That's only on a one machine. One machine's giving
Both
that issue.
Both machines do it.
Well,
So I
Then
think
that's user error.
it's not user error. I'm very
Dan,
qualified.
I
wonder
think
if-
I know exactly why.
No, you don't.
I
Yes,
wonder
I
if
do.
you're
You don't.
I 100% know what's causing it.
What?
Dan, you need to email a certain company and download a certain version of something that is current.
I have
that's
I have
I-
something to add to what's on my bench. I went to Dan's shop and I downloaded something while he wasn't there. He wasn't even in the building.
Dan, I have been told that the thing that you're running, we're being very vague for a reason, please, but just bear with us. The version of the thing you're running may have little trip falls or issues built into it, or errors that are just there that were never patched out, and that most likely that would be fixed with a different
With
version
an
of
updated version.
yeah.
That may be.
That is now physically
That would,
on
I guess
your
that would
laptop.
that would explain why it happens on both machines.
Yes,
Yeah, this-
because
dude,
it's 100%.
Like my troubleshooting
machine
brain immediately turned on the second you said the second machine. I'm like, this is a user issue, not user, but like you're causing it with something you're using before machine.
It's a file issue, not a hardware
Yeah.
issue.
It's officially costing you money. Boom. There's a reason.
And it's
pennies
downloaded.
on the
You
dollar.
don't even
It's
have to
pennies on the
download it.
dollar.
It's already on your computer. Dan,
I will
it's
I will
time
strike
to
you. I'll
sell the
strike you in the
rotary
mouth.
phone, get a cell phone.
I will strike you, Dan.
Whose bench are we on? We're all
I
talking.
don't know.
I don't even
Listen,
know. Braden,
I
what else? You're recalling your craft fair
My
experience?
bench is your bench.
I love friendship bench style. This is like it's like
This
going
is
to
family
the,
bench.
Yeah, it's
French.
like going to Olive
What's on
Garden.
a French?
Yeah, it's on the friendship bench.
So you're done making everything else but whiskey smokers.
You know what we should do though? If I want to do something different, or if we
I
want
think we
to do
have
something
enough
different,
whiskey smokers for next time.
we should make the 2-part whiskey smokers.
Yeah, we should, because a lot of people ask about that because of your sign, and we never have them.
Yeah, but it makes it sound so much more exclusive to say we're
Fun
sold out.
fact: I have a bunch of magnets if you need them.
I also have a bunch of magnets because I was going to
Okay.
make like 57 of those whiskey smokers, and then I thought, meh,
Speaking of magnets, those
rare
bottle
earth
opener- those
metals,
the rare earth,
the rare earth from China.
the bottle opener blanks that I found, I redid
Yes.
them and gave them a new finish, so they're ready to go. I just need to put actual bottle opener things on them. So
That's
I got
hot.
those. I got
Yeah.
those.
I have no magnets in the shop. I can't use them anymore
So many magnets.
Not
I have
since
the-
the accident.
because the plate in my head. See?
2
Oh wait, there it is. Okay, I messed it up.
That would have been super funny if you pulled it off, Pete.
I know. I tried. I fat fingered it. A girl can dream.
Oh, this is probably some maker news. Ford is releasing a 10 karat gold belt buckle with a
What?
built-in key fob called a truckle.
So do you have to? Do you have to
remote
like
start your car
hump
with
your? You have to hump your car to
you
open
gotta-
it up.
You got to twerk.
beep beep beep.
Wait! I just saw it because you're talking about other brands and well, this is silly, but Prusa released a white oak version of their printer. The entire body is white oak, and it looks freaking cool. Honestly, it looks
Really?
awesome. So,
Huh.
anyways,
What about wood movement?
I've got wood movement. Greg, can you 3D print me?
Speaking of 3D printing, I actually bought the AMS2 Pro for my Bambu P1P. More fun facts. You can't install it on the P1P without some sort of upgrade kit, and they're like sold out everywhere.
Well, ain't that some poop?
That sucks. I was really looking forward to using the actual AMS and be able to do multicolor prints.
Well, you can
Because
do it manually,
I got some ideas.
You can do it manually still.
You just stand and like switch them out.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
It is a real bummer that they're doing that. They should not let you buy it unless you're buying it. Like you should select the model of the machine you want, and then not
Just
let
do
you
it.
buy it. Just say like, hey, it's not available.
And
Ship when available or not.
there's really nothing on their website that tells you need this. I just happened to run across it when I was looking up how to install it on my printer. I was like, oh, I need this upgrade kit.
Yeah.
Well, ain't that some shit? So
I have an upgrade kit. Can you AMS me?
I can if I can have that upgrade kit.
Ooh.
Now I'm thinking of more
Can't get it
news.
This is the most unorganized, convoluted
No. Oh wait, that's a question. So I'm trying to do the news. I'm all over the place. I'm button
episode
mashing today.
ever that we've
Guys,
ever done
It's-
ever.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Let's start over.
Let's just do the whole thing over.
Good news, everyone.
We're doing it live.
Wait, actually, I have more Prusa news. I completely forgot.
Oh, great.
They launched a new printer. It's because they released a Core One recently, which is like their Bambu P1S, whatever, right?
Mhm.
And it's a cool printer. Like I'm not jumping to get it. But they just released the Core 1L, which is their large version, and it's one of their
L
biggest
for large.
models.
I see what they're doing.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
good.
So it's that's cool, but they're also working with a company called Filament 2, or the company's called something else, and they're calling their product Filament 2. It is liquid filament that cures under temperature. So you're running regular filament and it's printing like silicone and other stuff, and it's so no more like just messing around with TPU. And again, this is like years away still. But instead of messing around with TPU, you could actually print silicone for part molds. And that would be pretty freaking cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could okay.
So you could literally print with a silicone thing and it cures as it's getting cooled off after printing. That's the second time that because obviously they have to heat it at a certain temperature to make the filament. Once it's heated and it sets to the silicone. So then it's then it's heat resistant.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
Dan doesn't care at all. Cool. Shit.
No. That's actually really cool because
No, we're not. We're back on the bench.
What's
No,
on
that's
my
fine.
bench?
Braden, go keep talking.
I'm done. I mean, I'm certain that there's other stuff that I did, but none of it's anything that I won't be doing next week. Also,
We've talked for half an hour. All I have is Braden scares Dan by getting a bigger truck. It was a dealership loaner, and then he recalls his craft fair experience from the past weekend. That's all I have.
that's basically mine as well. It's just copy and paste.
I was gonna say, yeah. At this point, Dan and I have
We're
merged
one
into
person.
one being.
boring.
We are doing calls with brands together, where I'm talking about Daniel Dunlap Woodworks while
And I'm
Dan
just
just
there
sits
going-
and looks pretty. Dan has truly hit a point where I am his agent and he is the pretty face.
Can we
What
talk
a world we live in.
Can we talk about one thing we actually accomplished this week, and you did a lot of the groundwork?
Is
I
it
was
that? Is it that call?
Yeah.
I
No.
don't
Like,
know.
what also came of that call? What did we do in the pre-show? What did we announce?
Yeah, we
in the
could talk
pre-show?
about that.
We should do that. We should talk about that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Dan and I
yeah,
had
good.
a call with a brand. We can't dance around it without people knowing because we're going to tell them what we're giving away.
And give him the guy's name that you work with. Oliver.
I'm not going to do that. Oliver, it's the Twist Company, Oliver Twist. No, we had a call with Oliver Tool Company, and it was great. I mean, the guy that we were talking to there, hilarious. And
He sounded like Izzy Swan. I just want to point that out. Sounded
he was
identical
using an
to Izzy
AI
Swan.
generated voice. That's what it was.
Telling you, he
has
wouldn't
an
turn his
AI
camera on. I'm telling you, it was Izzy Swan.
And so we had that call, and we're talking through some opportunities for for the DDWW wood shop and Unique Things Emporium, or I don't know, my brain shut down halfway through that joke. But we had that call, and one thing that did come of it was Pete, did you know that Oliver has made things like bread slicers, and at one point in the early 1900s they had a 62-foot long lathe that was specifically designed to turn ship masts.
Yeah, you told me, and then remember I told you the joke?
I don't remember the joke.
About selling pirate ships?
Why don't you tell the joke again? It was worth hearing twice.
I'll just abbreviate. No, I used to sell pirate ships. I should have gotten a warehouse for it, but I just sold them out of my house, my apartment at the time. I probably should have gotten a bigger space, but sales were through the roof.
It was good the second time. It was nice.
I think I tuned it out the first time, and I'm glad I did.
No, you weren't on that call. It was me and Braden alone.
It was a separate call.
Oh, that's the one I refused to answer.
You
Got
weren't
it.
there.
Yeah. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because you can't even bounce back and say you guys are having secret calls with that. No, you refuse to answer.
Anyway, sorry. The 65-foot mast.
62.
62.
Easy.
Sorry.
We're not a size queen. But from that call, we also mentioned that we are doing our 12 Days of Christmas Toyotathon giveaway with the podcast, and that all of the money is for St. Jude's, and we're trying to raise all this money. And last year we were able to shame our listeners into donating what I believe the technical term was a butt ton of money to St. Jude's. And we want a double butt ton bare minimum this year.
A cancer crushing amount.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, cool. We love that charity. Let me talk to my boss. And like 30 minutes later, he emails back. He's like, yeah, talk to the boss. Super in. Not only are we going to do the one thing that I thought we would do, which was the planer, we're also going to do a benchtop drill press and a table saw for you guys to raffle off. And so
that's so cool.
That was awesome.
That's one brand of many that we got for December, right?
Yeah. Our December giveaway.
Are we really going to spread that out in 12 days?
No, there's no way. Work. I'm not tracking that for 12 whole days.
Well, it's going to be one night of fun.
It's either that, or we could start with like the smaller items, and we could do 12 days, and all of the donations throughout the month add up. So you could donate like, $5 here, and then $10 more, and then
do you want to track that?
Well, the easy thing is I would just take all of the donations from December on St. Jude's, and I would just put them into the list.
Oh, right.
And it would just you would just add. Okay. You just can't keep adding, and that way it'd be kind of like when you're buying car washes. It'd be like, oh, I didn't realize that I spent $5 last week, and now I put $30 in. And now by the end of the month, we're $14,000 deep, and we will never financially recover from this charity.
Okay.
I don't know. We're still working out the details on this giveaway thing. But
we got a lot of stuff.
We definitely have a cart before the horse situation. But I'm really interested to see what happens there also, because I think it'd be neat to see a little color coordination in your shop.
We'll see.
But Pete?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the raffle. We didn't need to go into all that other detail.
Oh, well, it was a good time. I mean,
it was a good time.
If nothing else, we learned a lot about the brand. So
I'm telling you, that's Izzy Swan. I'm telling you.
I don't think so, but
sounded just like Izzy.
I just don't know where we are going to fit a 50-inch helical head planer that runs on like 5-phase in your shop. Oh, Pete, I don't think I told you this. The best part about that call for me, the worst part for Dan, the best part for me.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, I know where you're going.
We were talking, and we were talking about just like, hey, this is the accessibility. Like, you'll be able to see all of the tools, because Dan's content is what we would describe as aggressively accessible, which is code for
on the spectrum.
He doesn't sweep out his shop that often.
It's a tiny space.
He said, yeah, I looked up some of your content, and I don't mean this in the way it's going to sound. I thought you had a way nicer shop than it turns out you do. And what he meant was bigger, like a shop space, not a 2-car garage. But the way it was phrased was...
It's not a 2-car garage unless there's 2 cars in it. Okay?
It was...
My shop just got out of the pool, okay?
You could see Dan die just a little bit.
That's like such a backhanded compliment. It's like,
Yeah,
I really thought you were going to be an asshole, but like, you're a really nice guy.
I just have to sit there and take it.
You're
Yes,
like,
sir, may I have
yes,
another?
sir.
And obviously it wasn't meant as like a dig or anything like that, but just it was one of those things where like the phrasing just worked out in such a perfect way.
Braden nearly fell out of his chair laughing.
I about died.
Well, Dan doesn't have an Instagram reality shop, despite that being his Instagram reality.
Again, aggressively accessible. Sometimes aggressive, sometimes accessible. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, well, whatever. A little column A, a little column C.
So now that we've hodgepodged all of our benches together, anybody got anything else?
Mine was in there somewhere.
I was gonna say
Etsy stuff, blah blah blah.
When Dan had the rare moments of private time this week without me, he probably did Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick's tables.
I did a lot of chauffeuring this week for people. It was great. It was fun.
A little chauffeuring, a little je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, driving people around.
That's true. You did go to the ball field and play a game of catch.
I did. Me and my son went and played catch.
Yeah, and I snuck into your shop and I stole something, and then I added something.
What did you steal?
Yeah, you'll find out when you're older. Or
Great.
at the most crucial of times.
My EpiPen!
My brand!
Did you take Nick's tables? Is that what happened? Son of a bee. Sorry, Nick. Braden has your tables.
It's going to take 8 more months to find those.
Well, at least the tops are almost done, so that's good.
They are. They're basically done. The tops.
Wait. Tops are
Dan,
almost done?
all of this table's been basically done since September. I guess I'll do my bench real quick.
Wait. You didn't.
I thought your bench was in there. I thought it was
never
sprinkled in.
I thought it was.
I just
You're
talked about
talking about the old lady fights, not farts. Fights.
Farts.
Yeah. No, that's future bench. That's foreshadowing bench. Fortune telling bench. Yeah. I'll keep it tight. Okay. Like it's
like I said I would.
Maker Camp night. Tight like Maker Camp night. All right. So I started beefing with Laguna online. Not actually, but I once again was like, I was cutting. So here's the thing. I made a bunch of cutting boards. I had like 43 that were ready to engrave the logo on. I do a test on a separate piece. I'm like, yeah, let's just make sure this looks good. Looks great. Put in my first cutting board. Immediately goes awry. Like there's a step over.
Damage.
The outline is completely different. I'm like, what? I lose it. Politely lose it in my stories. I'm not like blaming Laguna, but I'm just like, I'm having nothing but issues with this thing, blah, blah, blah. Then I go to like troubleshoot it, and that part may have just been, it seems like it is just when the file was sent over, it got corrupt in some way. So I'll allow it. Cool. But I'm still having the whole like my it's called backlash. I've learned what it's actually called. When my circles go around, like Dan, instead of you having like a my circles, they start at one point, they'll like go all the way around and then start and then end like 0.5 millimeter, or I'm sorry, 1/64th over to the right, enough to create a tab or like a visible like white spot.
Where mine's going, yours goes.
Beep. Exactly. So it's annoying when you're trying to be really dimensionally accurate. And we're kind of, so this time around, they opened up a ticket for me immediately. Braden from Laguna called me the next day. I forget if it's the same guy I worked with last time, but I don't think so, because I already worked with them. At one point, they referred me to like, Yeah, you can get parts cheaper from CloudRay, which is like a CNC website. They sell all parts for lasers. By the way, great prices. Go check them out. You know.
Yeah, I bought a lens from them.
Yeah, so yeah, they supply a bunch of stuff, and then I got what I thought I needed, and only one of the two kit pieces actually fit. Whatever. I work with this guy for hours, and I tell him like, here's what I've done, and I give him like a full troubleshooting list because I've been on the opposite side of this phone call, and we start testing stuff. Everything I've done so far, I redo and then some, still getting the exact same result. And this is a lesson for everyone with the laser using Lightburn. So pay attention. When you go to optimization settings right before you run your job, there's a bunch of things like turn off overlapping lines, optimize the order that it cuts in. One of them is hide backlash. If you're getting some inconsistencies in your laser cut, if you check off hide backlash, it turns off a bunch of other settings. So it actually reduces optimization, but it accounts for machine vibrations or like slipping or movement. If it's not all tightened up, the belts are wrong, or it's a little out of square, immediately fix the issue to like 95%, like almost invisible.
So it removes the vibrations, and it basically your marky mark, and it tells the funky bunch to like, hey, chill out.
Yes, that's how little sense that made. Is literally how it fixes it, because because immediately as soon as that happened, I was doing some research online because I'm like, what is backlash? What do you mean hide backlash? And before I even answered, I did research, and it literally points to if you have weirdness, and it showed the exact picture of the problem I'm having, do this, but it's a patch. It's not a fix for if you have backlash or things not quite closing up right on your lasers. So that is a mechanical issue. Immediately we know it's a mechanical issue. So something with the hardware, either a bearing's bad, the belt's bad, some rollers are bad, whatever. So this time around, Laguna's been great. They're amazing. We're texting back and forth, provided great support. They're actually sending me a couple parts for free, which is awesome. I'm out of warranty by about a year. I think it's a 2-year warranty. So this time, my Laguna experience completely 180 from last time. Although they were very nice last time, but they didn't get a resolution, right? And here's the thing. I'm not going to be, I'm not sugar-coated. I have a small relationship with Laguna, but nothing where like they're paying me or giving me free stuff. They have some pretty rough support. A lot of people in the community have had issues with them, and they always come to me because they think I work with them, and not really. But this time around, they really redeemed themselves. I was very happy with it. I love their tools, but the customer support, I feel like, is where it fails because people have mentioned it to me. So we'll see if this fixes the laser. But I was engraving all these cutting boards, so I was like, I don't want to risk it all. Let me grab my the new Vision Pro that I got. So I engraved a bunch downstairs because I moved it in a basement with the fume extractor. By the way, it works awesome. It's so nice to have indoors. So we did some on that, some on a big laser, and we knocked it all out. There you go, Dan. So we got that. We got 43 boards engraved, sanded, done. They're ready for oil. They're in a basement waiting for that. I will get to it, hopefully not the day before the market. Like I did that one year.
Still soaking wet.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I use Binuba wax, so it's usually they feel not wet afterwards.
Here's an idea that could save you a little bit of time. Take your transportation tote and just fill it to the brim with mineral oil, and then just put them all in, and then just take that tote to the fair, and then just fish them
pull them out wet,
yeah.
and then dry.
Yeah,
have a big
do like
towel.
a bobbing for apples kind of thing, but bobbing
for boards.
Yeah,
get a board and don't throw up in the oil, and you get a 25% coupon,
10% off.
I also this weekend need to. So speaking of the maker or the vendor market, holiday fair, whatever. I've been putting this off for weeks, and suddenly it's 2 weeks away from this event and Thanksgiving, by the way. I need a battery pack and portable laser. So I got to reach out to some companies because I want to be able to like run a laser there and do some custom engravings. So
yes,
maybe if I get on it this weekend, possibly something would arrive by the vendor event.
That is super handy to have. We use the Laser Pecker LP2, which
That's
is
honestly what I want because you can put it on any surface.
I mean, they're up to like LP5.
Yeah.
But the LP2 works great. And
'Cause,
we
like,
have the battery pack that comes with it. It's a tiny little battery.
Oh, it has one?
It's
It lasts all day.
5400 it's 5400 milliamp hours. Yeah, it's
That's-
not like the
that's
biggest
really nice.
battery.
Because I've been, I think
It lasts all
Sarah
day.
has one. You
And
guys have
that's-
one. I've seen a bunch of people with those. A lot of
Yeah.
these other companies have them, like Xtool, whatever. Not all of them have pass through. And if I want to do a big cutting board or in the middle of it or something, you can't do that with.
Oh, you can the LP2. You could take it off and then you can just.
Well, it's
place
just
it
the
anywhere.
like the cone head, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I want. But a lot of them
Yeah.
don't come off.
And
Yeah.
the app to use it is just dumb easy. Like
I saw
it's
the brunt
fantastic.
guys like doing it on a spot. They were just like taking photos of stuff and engraving. So
Yep.
Yeah.
It's real easy.
So I gotta see if I can get
I
one of those.
use Bizarre, which I use for
watch
graphic
your mouth.
stuff.
This is a
You heard me.
family show.
I will literally Photoshop. I'll create images right there and then text them to Dan, and then Dan just pushes them through the laser. So here's pro tip: get a fume extractor or some sort of container,
Yeah.
because there is a fan in the back of that cone that extracts the smoke, which it needs to do. We've tried turning it off. You need to extract the smoke, or else you start to lose
Fidelity.
potency.
Fidelity.
But
Laser power.
Pixiness.
we don't run into issues where there's smoke with the whiskey smoker sample like tests that we're doing nonstop. We smoke out rooms with the laser.
Yeah, a laser on wood will smoke.
Yeah.
So we have
Braden-
started.
Yeah, Braden has devised a system. So he puts these tablecloths over our tables, and they
the
drape
craft
over the
fair
side.
tablecloths.
So he puts the laser under the table and it blows the smoke out, and the tablecloth is like actually capturing a lot of the smoke.
So you're hotboxing it under your tables.
Yes.
We are basically doing the thing where you have the toilet paper roll with the toilet over it, and you smoke your dubs, and then you blow into that.
I don't know if that's what we're doing, but yeah. We're hotboxing.
It's essentially like 90s smoke detection prevention.
Right.
Nah, I mean, you guys know what I mean.
We all smoked different.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But that's
So,
a,
like
that-
the-
that's
like
a good
the-
tip though. I didn't think of fume extraction, so I'm going to ask for an
Yeah.
extractor with it too.
A fume
Like-
extractor would be good.
Like the boxer briefs that have the built-in fart prevention. Like the table is basically that. Never.
Yeah, but who can afford the cartridges? Am I right?
Wait. But yeah, definitely get that if you're going to do it, unless you're outdoors, in which case it doesn't matter.
It's in a pavilion, but in the winter it's covered up. So yeah, I don't know if it's gonna. Whatever, I'll
Just
figure it
do
out.
some testing.
Yes, thank you. No, that's a good point because I would not have even thought.
Even if you can't get a brand to send you one, like it's worth the investment.
Yeah.
It'll make its money back. Like easy.
Well, I mean, it won't, because it's not doing anything, but it'll certainly stress you out less.
Let's see. I'm actually looking at. So there's like the power pack. There's the
No,
air purifier.
We're in the middle of a podcast.
I know,
you
but
don't
this-
surf
it's
the
fine.
internet.
It's only like $500 for all that, not counting the laser.
Don't run your personal errands during the podcast.
Okay, Braden. The only reason you're not on a phone is because you're using it as a camera.
Busted.
All right. What's the other thing on the bench? That was so remember I got the Facebook Reels bonus thing or whatever. Which Braden,
Sure.
please check Dan's phone or Dan's account. Put your phone down.
You just told me to check something.
No. Can you, when you have a moment tomorrow after the podcast, check if Dan has an opportunity for the thing? Like Dan knows how to find them, but I just want a second set of eyes because you got the same initial invite as I did. And I feel like it's one of those stupid meta things where you just have to find the on switch and then you'll see it, but otherwise you won't because they're buttholes. But anyways, so
You gotta find the tingle button.
it's so
Buttholes.
man, I get so mad about like meta stuff because whatever, I'll get into it in a little bit. But I'm trying to hit so you got to do 20 reels on Facebook, 10 on Instagram, on 10 unique days. And I'm just like, I like, I always forget until the end of the month, and I'm trying to like crank them out really fast. So I might be blasting some content, but I have a lot of content due with some brands and stuff that I've been trying to get out. So I've just been like the last few days, yeah, like for them, I have been aggressively just shooting and editing video, and I got them like planned out like one a day. I might have to do 2 or 3 a day now to just get this done. And for Facebook, I'm just doubling up. I'm putting out some old stuff anyways, because I watched a reel where it was like every reel you should post 3 times, like once and then 60 days, and then do it again 60 days later, or like later in that same year. Just keep posting that same one 3 times and then let it die. Unless it's like a banger each time. Come on, ride that train, right? So just been trying to get a lot of content out. Yeah, for Week Crate's one of them. Another one's like I got to deal with Temu, and it's fine. It's like not really paying that well, but
You get to deal with Temu.
I get to deal with Temu. So it's it's like it's not even my rate, but it's like, all right, you know what? Like, let's see. First of all, I didn't know if it was like real. Then like, okay, stuff arrived, everything's good. Let me just do it. Screw it. And they're so politely aggressive with their follow-ups. I'm getting 1 or 2 emails a day about the follow-ups. And they're like, I kind of don't hate them. They're nice nudges to remind me, because otherwise I'm like you, I'll forget. Like it'll be a month later. I'm like, oh, I have to do a video for this company or something.
Mm-hmm.
And like all the stuff I got from Temu has been actually pretty great. Got the ultrasonic cleaner. That thing was awesome. I did try to use it with Evaporust to remove rust. Doesn't help at all. But for cleaning up router bits, Simple Green. Simple Green. Yeah, I filled it with Simple Green, and it just cleaned bits like within 5 or 10 minutes. I left it in for 10 minutes. It was awesome, dude. It was like brand new bits. I'm in love with it. So I do recommend that. The hype is real. I think the Wood Whisperer kind of started a ultrasonic train with that one. He did a video on it or something like that, and a bunch of people bought it right before you got yours. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, you were inspired by him. It's okay to say it. Aside from that, I've just been doing prep for
I saw somebody buy the Shaper one. Shaper has one.
Oh, did they really?
I think Vivor has a cheaper one.
Oh, yeah. This thing was definitely like maybe $60. And it's got a heater in it, which I don't know what to use or why, but whatever.
I use the heater.
I'll figure it out. The last video I have to do for them is on this like little pack of different combination squares and things. And I actually really like it because I'm just a tool guy and I love little measuring tools. But I'm like, I don't want to do a video on it. So bear with me, people. If it feels adsy, it might be, but it's something I genuinely like. So there's that. I've already beat the crap out of the table that I got from them. I am using that nonstop because I am all out of surfaces. So there's that. And that's my bench. I'm just prepping for the holiday market. Braden, I'm really hoping that I get to utilize you for inlays to do at least 1 or 2 before that, but I don't know if I'll have time to make end grains. So we'll see.
If you can get the end grains together, or hear me out, this is the cheat code. You get a Dan, and then end grains just like show up.
So I have a bunch of like pre-end grain boards that I'm going to put together. So I need to do that, but then I need a negative blank that I got to glue up.
Yeah, and
they're all walnut.
I've come to find that like 3/4 inches to an inch is perfect.
That's what I was thinking for the inlaid part itself. Yeah. And then how thick are you going with those boards? Like 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches?
For the
actual end grain part. Yeah.
Oh, like the actual cutting board?
Yeah, the female part.
I'm doing unhealthily thick boards. Like I'm doing
good.
Like
okay.
I'm doing like 2-inch boards.
No, that's fine. I thought you were going to tell me like an inch.
My toes are so heavy. I hate cutting boards.
No,
for an inlay, you need a beefy one.
I'm doing like I mean, if I'm going to charge what I want to charge for the inlay itself, like it just those are like brisket boards in my mind.
Yep.
Like that's what you need.
Actually, I just had a thought. If you have let's say 1.5 inches, right?
Ladies.
Ladies,
I do.
Blank, your female part. And then let's say you screw up your inlay. Just absolutely, it's trash, right? You just cut it down and now you have a blank for the next cutting board in opposite color.
And Pete figured out what I did last week. No. But yeah, I mean, and it's based on your settings and your depth. I like to go pretty deep with my inlays just because I want to have enough room to like compress them in and make sure everything is tight.
And run it through the planer with no backup. Yeah.
No, heck that. But theoretically, and that's the nice thing about doing these like 2-inch boards is if I totally mess something up, I can plane it down and I still have a 1.5-inch board.
Yeah, absolutely. Because how deep do you go into the material? What, like 1/2 inch at max?
No, that's way too deep.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's even better.
I'm doing
okay.
like 1/4 inch deep, and that's honestly way deeper than it needs to be.
Cool. All right, that's good to know.
So
yeah, go all the way through. That way, it's on both sides.
With
Honestly,
Vectric, it is stupid easy to do it. And if you've got the, shout out, if you have the automatic tool changer for your CNC, it's so easy.
I just got last week too. I forgot to mention that.
It's so easy. I'm confident I could probably teach Dan to do it.
Even a caveman could do it.
That's offensive to caveman, Dan.
Sorry.
All right. Anyways, so that's my bench. Thank you for hearing me out. Braden, we're over the time that you wanted the podcast to be, but should we do the questions real quick?
No.
Statement.
Yeah, let's do it.
Remember when Pete said he was going to keep his bench tight? He went longer than we did.
No, I did not.
Yes,
because you also got part of our bench, so you bench nibbled.
Nope, that's not how it works.
Bench nibbled.
Gonna go ahead and write that down.
A bite-sized bench. All right, let's do our bench. No, not bench. Questions.
Ask away, don't be coy. Time for the questions with the AWP boys.
Woo! Awesome. Well, guys, boy, do I have a treat for you. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Activate.
There we go. Come on, guys.
God.
This is an audio podcast. You have to give me something back.
I thought you were going to play audio.
No. All right. Alex Adams asking about something with spray paint and people that appear to be content creators.
Hey, guys. I just saw Drew Witt spray paint walnut, and I wanted to know, what do you think is the proper punishment for this? We talking like a fine, community service, jail time, capital punishment?
Let's just say the last time I saw a man spray paint walnut was Bao Loy. Remember that guy? Yeah, we all remember him. Have you seen him recently? No. That's all I'm going to say.
I would say the punishment is a full desagulation.
Yeah.
A what?
But in this economy?
All economies.
I think that the only thing that is appropriate in this instance, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to give Alex Adams Drew's personal cell phone number, and he will have to suffer through that. With love.
Here's what you do. You sign him up for a bunch of spam call lists or email lists, or you buy a product from him, leave a vague 2-star review, the most infuriating of numbers.
Oh my God.
And
you
be
monster.
vague like, box arrived, item was inside. And just as if you like didn't finish typing it, leave it at that. No period, nothing. Yeah, that's how you do it.
2 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Or, and I'm not saying I've went looking for this or have used it in any way, but there are websites out there that if you put an email into a spot they have, it will send out hundreds of spam emails at once.
That's evil, Dan. That's so evil.
I've been told that those exist.
You were weirdly ambiguous, but in like the wrong spots to be ambiguous.
Like your eyes were typing out the website.
If you put their email address in something on the website to accept email addresses, the email box.
The box.
Fair.
But anyway, beatings and lashings upon Drew Witt.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
If you thought his personality was hard to deal with, now there's this. I love
All
you,
right.
Drew.
Love you, Drew. Happy Cutting Board Awareness Month, Drew. Love you, bud. All right, next one's from Sarah. She's asking about whether or not she needs to really niche down.
Hi, girly yes. Why do I need a niche? Everyone is always telling me make one thing, but everything sells at my shows. Epoxy coaster and trays, laser engraved items, 3D printed items, and cutting boards such as charcuterie boards. Sincerely, the only girl wild enough to join the Discord, Rosie's Woodshop.
That is true. She somehow, just by existing in there, keeps the boys in line. So thank you for your service. Well, so guys, do you really need to niche down?
I want to niche down so hard it'll make your head spin. I want to be whiskey smokers only.
If anyone has niched down, it's Dan. I don't want to do furniture. I want to do inlays into furniture in different shapes, man.
I say no. You don't need to niche down. I don't care what other people say. Don't worry about what other people say. If what you're doing is working, then keep doing it. Don't worry about what other people say. Don't ruin what's going on by trying to switch it up because other people say this or that.
I do agree with you to an extent. I mean,
you agree with me completely.
End of the day, do what makes you happy. And okay, here, I like to just do things, and I like to let my mind wander freely through I can make this, so I'll just make it. Yes, I agree with you. Do whatever you want. From a business standpoint, and honestly, I think this sounds dramatic, but from a mild mental sanity standpoint, niching down gives you an opportunity to perfect and become the person for the thing that you do. Dan, we are a perfect example. There's that first craft fair that we did this year. There was like 17 different woodworkers there, and everybody's doing cutting boards, and everybody's doing this.
I hate when vendors or vendor events do that.
And yeah,
two tops per genre. That's it.
He's overestimating. I think there were like 3 or 4, maybe.
I counted 7.
If you're the furthest from the door, you're screwed.
Yeah,
we were.
But the thing that helped us, we are heavy into whiskey smokers, and nobody else.
The thing
was.
that helps us is that we are salesmen.
Our stunning personalities.
We put on a show.
No, the thing that helps you guys is when people
put on a show.
When you guys walk into an event, they hear the Saja Boy Soda Pop intro song playing in the other room. They're going to run past all the vendors.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
All of that stuff that you said is...
Braden and I put on a show. We like to joke about how we put on a show and we're traveling comedians and stuff like that. We have a lot of jokes that we repurpose and stuff, but we literally do put on a show. I mean, we're constantly talking and moving, and if you come by our booth, we're not sitting behind a table looking at our phones. We're interacting, and I mean, I might be looking at my phone, but Braden's always moving and showing and dancing and stuff.
Yeah. People walk in and there's like a sensor on a door, and it just goes.
The whiskey smokers just
Dan and Braden.
The whiskey smokers just give us that thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That is my point, though.
Yeah.
I think we could sell a lot of
one product. We're not.
Dan, you did kind of contradict yourself. We're
right. Not here like, oh, come check out my cutting boards. By the way, I've got whiskey smokers. By the way, I've got this.
If we weren't doing what we were doing, though, and we were just sitting there doing nothing, we wouldn't sell anything. It's because we put on a show.
I think we're talking about 2 different things, though.
Yeah, because Dan,
we're
you're
talking
right.
about how to be
like,
successful.
If it's working, it's working. Do what you want.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
But you and Braden also both made the same point of like, if you are the guy of the thing, like people come back to you because you're there every year, and you guys always you're the woodworkers in the back.
What is our number one seller at every single event?
It's a whiskey smoker.
Thank you. And that
unless you
that
sell the
point.
tables real cheap.
Like the other stuff we move just because we move, like we move some of it, but that is kind of my point here is And this doesn't necessarily have to do with just cutting boards, like niching down. Look at Mitch from Horn Dog Maps. He is an expert in one type of product, and he is successful. He went full time this year.
I still get lost.
Okay.
Well, you need to get a map.
All I'm saying is, if what you're doing is working, you don't have to change what you're doing just because other people are saying that.
No, you don't have to, and it certainly will work. I think for a while, but at a certain point, like I don't know. I think we're talking about there's a number of different approaches to this. Craft fair approach versus woodworking or maker lifestyle approach versus hobby approach. Like how you want to do all this, I think kind of changes the answer a little bit. I don't know, Pete, what do you think?
I think so. You guys both right. Dan, follow your heart. If it works, it works. If it's selling, it's selling. At the end of the day, that's it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, you and Braden both made the great point, which I was going to make, which is like the niching down is like when people come to a market that they come to every year because they live around a corner, they go, oh, let's see the cutting board guys. Let's see if they're there again this year. Let's see the ornament guy that's there in a pavilion. Let's see the cutting board person. Let's see the cocoa bomb ladies. Let's see the people remember like we've talked about this where people come back because they've heard of us or they talked to us at a previous event and we left enough of a mark on them where they know we're there. They might recommend someone. And the thing is, you don't need to niche. I think when we've talked about niching down on a market, but I think niching down really helps on content. Like Sarah, we've talked about this, like you being the pen girl, like the pen turning girl, because like you were turning pens nonstop for like months. And like you started becoming an authority on that. But then when you do a lot of other stuff, you're not the pen girl, you're Rosie's Woodshop, which is totally fine too. There's a lot of people that do a lot of different projects. Like even Bourbon Moth, look how big he is. But like, does he have a niche down? It's like, no, I make what I want. That's his niche. Right. Mm-hmm. And not even because he's doing like outdoor
it's
grills.
Not even 100% woodworking.
Yeah,
anymore.
It's not anymore.
Yeah.
And like now it's like he's the product. The niche is him. Right? So it's Hibbs. But I think it does help to be the one to remember. Like me and Emma, like Emma sells beauty products. I sell woodworking. We wouldn't put it on the same table. We've done separate booths next to each other, but we've never done it as one booth because we both feel like it devalues the other product. It's not that there's less of a value in the other product. It's just different genres. And, the 3D printing and woodworking, it's like it's making that I see that a lot on tables where people combine that and it sells. 3D printing stuff sells at these events. If
you don't give it away.
I ran into the guys from Pluky Prints the other day and they were making bank selling like Schmokimon stuff, which they're not licensed to whatever, but like people do that and it's fine. The files are available. They're actually putting in the legwork to try to get licensing too, which would be exciting for them because they could do that. But it's, we all talked about branding in the past.
It sells with 3D printing wise even better than that.
Dragons.
When you're the woodworking guy, and so you're 3D printing stuff, you just actively undercut the 3D printing guys.
Oh yeah, that's a nice way to do it. But I think it's just it's not that it's a bad move, Sarah. I think it's that it makes you more memorable and the authority on that thing at that place.
That right there, you touched it, you nailed it. Make yourself memorable.
Yeah. Like I've literally had someone walk up to my table before with a cutting board and go, oh, and like I heard them say like, oh, we should have come here first. And of course they didn't buy a cutting board from you. They already had one.
When I was deep into the photography world, I used to like mentor and teach a lot of photography stuff. And one of the things I always told people was at the end of the day, like your product should be good, but the people are going to remember how you made them feel more than the pictures you're going to deliver. People are going to remember that. That's going to leave a mark on people, the way you make them feel. If you make them feel like a rock star, you make them feel valued, they're going to remember that and they're going to come back and they're going to want that experience again. Because they're coming to you for the experience.
Yeah. And that's why Dan open mouth kissed the best man at every wedding they shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How they made you feel.
It was in a contract.
Then I ate cake off the groom's back.
And then there was a long exposure. But good question, Sarah. I think that was really good. If it's working for you, keep doing it. 100%. Now, last one's not a question. It's just a or follow-up, rebuttal, kickback, whatever the hell we called it back in the day. Someone had a follow-up on an offcut. So Mitch Hale, we talked about him from Horn Dog Maps, actually sent a offcut about his pricing. So I figured I'd play it just to share with how he does it.
I'm just like Peter. All my stuff is priced by the square inch or cubic inch. For my inlays, I decided on 0.6 cubic inch. For my maps, I start at over 1 square inch and as low as 0.65 for the gigantic maps. They don't scale linear because it's not a linear scale of work. But if I'm starting from scratch on something, I'll go on Etsy and find similar competition and figure out their square inch rate, and then I will figure out my work into something and see if it's appropriate. If everyone is wildly higher than I am, then I'm going to raise my prices. But if my prices are wildly higher than everyone else's, I need to see if I can make my process faster or if everyone is just severely undercutting the actual cost. Mitch, Horn Dog Maps.
So by the way, when he says 0.6 per square, it's 0.6, 60 cents on a dollar, essentially. So he's pricing it like that, which I think is a great way to apply it, to just remove one thing from your brain to worry about. You just measure, do the math, and this is the dollar value. And I love what he says, because a lot of us, I pay for E-Rank. It's like gym tax, when you pay for a gym membership and you don't go. I pay for E-Rank every month and I don't use it to research my competitors. And he's researching that. And even without E-Rank and other stuff, he's just going searching a thing. And if he's finding it that he's way higher, am I doing something wrong or are they undercutting? So, and also it's not always better to be the lowest price. We talked about this earlier or in a pre-show. I sold cutting boards that were more expensive, or sometimes something sells because it feels exclusive. So what are your thoughts, guys?
I agree 100% on the. So let me back up a little bit. Pricing is generally a scary thing to get into, I feel like. And again, I'm gonna go back to photography. Back when I used to price myself for weddings, you'd have to take into consideration, how much editing you're going to do at the end of the day. But there was also a saying that, there's a perceived value already built in. So if somebody was doing weddings and they were doing a full day and they were only charging $1,500, and there are other photographers like myself and a few people I knew that were charging $3,000 to $3,500 for a full day. There are certain customers that would look at that and go, why is that person so cheap? So they wouldn't even look at the cheap photographers because they have this perceived value. Oh, these guys must be so much better because they're so much more expensive. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I kind of still do that with my woodworking. I know last week or the week before I said I kind of go by heart, which is true, but I'm not trying to undercut people. I will overcut people, if that makes sense. Because I want that
except in any instance where I ask him to price my stuff, he is not worried about overcutting anybody with my stuff.
That's craft fair mentality, dude. That's craft fair mentality.
He's hawking it like it's eBay with no reserve.
I'm hawking it like I don't want to carry it out of here.
And yet you still make it, so we have to carry it in and out.
Because I love taking it back home. Joy. I don't know how you guys sell off at crazy, 90% off. It's a yard sale.
Well, because joy to make those things. You heard how quickly Dan makes new cutting boards? We gotta get it out.
That's fine. Just list them online. Is he listing every one of them?
No.
Yeah, there's that. I don't either. I'm not making fun of you. I'm not seriously don't either. All of them just sit there.
I'm not looking to change in any way. I just want to complain.
I don't know.
I understand what Mitch is talking about, but I have a different point of view. That's all I'm saying.
To your point, Pete, just taking one thing out of your brain and just making it simple. I do that. I just let Dan do the work.
Yeah.
And then I bitch about it later.
And I will say that, Mitch, thank you. So you dropped this. He didn't even know that I put this in here. He put this on Discord. Our Discord, by the way, great place to get resources like this. I want to hear from you guys. Can you guys write in, email us, whatever, or call in? I want to hear how everyone does pricing. I think this would be very useful. And if your niche is like, I do this one thing, or 3D, if someone has 3D printing pricing, like figured out or whatever, I always use the calculators. But I would love to hear how people price stuff, because I think it would be priceless, for everyone to hear this right around the holidays when people are getting their sales, like, they're going through the roof. Maybe someone's stuff is not selling and they can bump some numbers around and
if your
figure
stuff
it
ain't
out.
selling, double your price, see what happens.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, sometimes just raise your price. If you know your quality is good,
got that perceived value.
Here's
man,
the thing, but that's the thing. You got to be cocky. You got to be like, if my quality is good enough, I'm charging extra.
Yeah.
If your stuff is like, hey, I'm starting out, I want to like whatever, maybe, like figure out if it's good. You want to make sure that even at that higher price, no one's going to bat an eyelash at your stuff.
The quality's got to be there to back it up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And you're correct. The quality has to be there. I do agree with that, because we go to craft fairs all the time. And especially when I'm pricing stuff out, I'm pricing it what I think it's worth based on the fact that you and I we're not just like gluing up strips of random wood and selling cutting boards for $35. I mean, other than the ones where we're doing exactly that. But I have no problem telling, like, the people that come over and they're like, hey, it's just, I can't spend that much or whatever. I really don't mind, because end of the day, eventually there is somebody that shows up. They are going to spend the $200 on that end grain cutting board. And I don't mind building that perceived value of, hey, you're telling me that it's too expensive. I don't care. You're not my customer.
Yeah. Like I am cocky with my, I heard the train down. That was nice. I am cocky with my cutting boards. I don't overprice them. I think I price them fairly, but I know on any day, if you put mine with a bunch of people, it'll be one of the best ones, because I over sand. I water pop 2 to 3 times per board. And you probably shouldn't care that much about some random board, but if you soak that thing and leave it, wet to dry, granted, if it's like a flat, thin one, might warp, but that thing is going to be smooth the next day. It is not going to be rough. It's not going to be, I see too many people just sand once or dump it in a tank of oil, and then it's like, I'll pick it up at a market and go, no. So I know that my stuff will hold up because I over make it, and probably in labor costs, let's be real, a lot of us are losing money, but whatever. We're putting our heart into it. We want our work to speak for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me, Dan, have you sanded those walnut trivet bowls?
No.
Dude, I'm about to fly to Nebraska to sand those tables for Nick, just so he can get them like soon.
No. We're not talking about that.
I made
Nick's stuff is getting sanded so nice.
I made some bowls, just like some walnut bowls out of some offcuts that I had, and they weren't sanded the best, and Braden didn't like them.
Sanding bowls or curved stuff is rough.
They're rough. Not if you've got Pro Foam sand abrasives from Surf Prep.
My Surf Prep stuff, dude. Sometimes it just, if it's rough enough, it's rough. It's hard to do.
This is my pro tip. I always bring a paper bag with me, and I just chuck it into one of my my bins, and you just 4,000 grit that stuff. And if it's something that's real rough, I'll just sit and sand it, like rub it with my paper, ladies.
All my boards were buffed with that
for like 20-30 minutes, and eventually it will get to that point. And if it doesn't, I still have something happening in my hand.
Are you rubbing stuff down for 20-30 minutes?
If it's something that's kind of rough. This is one of my tricks. I always have something in my hand when I'm at craft fairs, because if somebody comes up and starts talking to us.
Oh, you're talking about at the vendor event.
I'm talking at the event.
I'm like, my guy, you're putting in too much work.
No. I'll sand for like 14 seconds. I water pop half of a time. No. But at the event, I've got like, I'll take what you call like your smooth board, like the nice board. And I'll just sit and I'll just say it kind of like a bartender.
Dude, I was about to say this mother is just bartending.
Yeah, I'm bartending. That's what it is.
What's going on? The usual? Yeah, you like that one? Okay. I got you.
I'm gonna be honest, Dan.
Cleaning the same glass.
That's essentially what I do. Like I just stand there and I try and get people to talk, and then when they're engaged, you put the thing in their hand. And then I don't have to wait for them to touch the thing on the table. They're just like, oh shit, this is smooth. And
everyone needs, by the way, everyone needs a touch board.
I tell people to pick stuff up all the time. Like Braden had this cribbage board for like ever. We finally got rid of it, but it was
we raffled it.
It was thick. It was like a 2.5 inch thick piece of white oak that he made into a cribbage board, and it was beefy. Like we would tell people it's secondary as like home security.
It's a bad board for sore losers.
Yes. So I would have people lift it up all the time and feel it and just pick that up. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
See how big it is in your hand.
You won't, you coward. You coward. Go, come back.
Dan, what was the joke that we made, or I'm sorry, that I made, that lady just straight turned and walked away? Do you remember?
Oh, man.
Oh, I told somebody, I just like saying such random off the wall stuff at events.
It was the Lou Vega thing.
Yeah. A lady like kind of was walking by. I was like, hey, come on in. We've actually got the Mambos 1 through 4 in stock. And she looked me in my eye, didn't say a word, turned and walked away. It was emotional damage.
It was awful.
It was rough. I still thought it was hilarious.
It was painful to watch that one.
Oi.
We got Mambos 1 through 4.
I still think
so
it's funny.
Okay.
Oh.
Guys,
please end it.
So what's on our bench?
See, here's the thing. This is why I sometimes just love like a completely unplanned episode that we have.
These are never planned.
No,
we didn't even stick to the audio.
Dan, a surprise. Sometimes they are.
I never planned,
especially when we have guests. But no, I love when they're just like you guys were to me like, hey, let's keep it tight today. Like, okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it to a tight 2 hours. That's 15 minutes shorter than normal.
All right, we have 3 minutes. So, guys, just a quick reminder that this weekend, this Sunday, we are doing a patron call at 6 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna throw that link out. I'm gonna do it tomorrow morning. I'll send it out to you guys. When you're listening to this, it'll be 2 days ago.
Right.
Yeah, but you're listening to this the day or the day before that it's gonna come out. But either way. We're going to send it out in Patreon. We're going to have one more coming up in the fall. Please call in with your pricing guides or your holiday market guides. We would love to hear from you. And make sure to stay tuned for our big December giveaway. If you've been looking for the raffle, you guys will be able to enter by donating to St. Jude's or just simply being a patron. Dan and Braden, do your spiel.
Hey. This stays afloat thanks to your help by sharing the show or joining our patronage. If you want to join the patronage, you want to be part of the Matt Army, you can go to iloveawp.com. Or if you like typing, go to patreon.com/anotherwoodshop podcast. They both go to the same place. Sign up for tiers over there. And the more tiers you sign up for, the less tears we shed.
There you go.
There it is.
Sign up for any of our paid tiers of Patreon, and you will automatically get entered in to win numbers of prizes. This month, the portable handheld Rockler drill press.
Drill guide. You're the press. they're the guide.
Yeah, that you can win that. And sorry, I don't mean to make it sound like it's not awesome. It is awesome. I don't know how to remember words.
You paid for the whole drill press. You only got the guide.
The Rockler portable drill guide. It's a $199.99 value.
I was gonna say it's valued at $200.
It should be $220.
Nice,
I bet you they'll sell more.
It's busting. So sign up for any of our paid levels. You'll get entered in to win. Also, you're gonna want to get in now early. And then once December hits, start pumping them dollars over to arethechairs.included.com, our St. Jude's page, because we have well over $30 in prizes. Some may do the math and hit like a $4,000 total MSRP value of all the prizes that we have. So many prizes. We're drowning in prizes. So we want to get them back to you, Pete.
Awesome. We got 10 seconds. I love you guys. We'll see y'all next week. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
We're about to hit 2 hours.
Bye.